So, Master Top 5 live streaming podcast with a special guest live from the Caribbean. Say hi.
Everybody.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new live streaming podcast from the Caribbean island of Curacao. And today we're gonna have a special guest. By the way, 549 people watching us right now on Instagram. So, hi everybody.
Hello.
Here it is, Mr. Michael. So, tell them something about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Michael and I'm from Holland. I'm born and raised in Holland, but
So, nobody's perfect.
you can say that. And about 10 years ago, I moved to Curacao. Well, it's pretty nice living here, as you know yourself.
I do know, absolutely.
So that's how I know Ivano. And right now he's actually staying at my place
Yeah.
here in Curacao. Yeah, and that's it. Life is not too bad around here.
No.
Good island life.
How about the pandemic right now? Is that any bad here? Is as bad as Europe or the States? This kind of stuff.
Okay, well, I don't know because I have not been outside since Corona. I have not been outside of Curacao. But what I see, if I see the things on the news, it's not too bad because you can still go outside. There is a curfew. At this point, curfew you have to be home at 10
Yeah.
in the evening.
Unless your car just get blasted.
Like we had yesterday. Yeah, but you know, I'm saying sometimes to people here that if you have to be stuck with Corona, this is not such a bad place.
No, there's definitely worse places in the world. Absolutely. Well, that's great. So let's just remind everybody that we are live right here on YouTube, right here on Instagram. A lot of people today. We are around 500 people. So hi everybody. We have really no chance to pick everyone's message right now. Hi Hortensi, whoever you are. Thanks for checking in. And I just want to say, remember, by the way, the Instagram account is my own Instagram, Ivano Cheers. The YouTube account is mastertop5.com, which you follow, of course.
Like everybody else.
Like anybody in the world, of course. Of course. Thank you very much, by the way, for the great participation on the last show we broadcast. We had even people checking in from Bahrain, people checking in from Yemen. So we are getting worldwide, aren't we? So that's very good. Now, I would like just to say that lately I did some investments in the stock market, like some trading, and didn't go really well for me. Do you like that kind of word?
Well, I like it, but of course, like everybody else, it's tricky, and can get a little bit nervous if you are playing with money that is hard-earned money. So you know, I'm not really an expert in this field, and it's hard.
Yet.
Yeah, I try to watch some of the news. I try to follow it a little bit, but at the same time, you know, it can be tricky.
It's a bit of a gamble sometimes.
Yep.
And have you ever invested in cryptocurrencies? I mean, have you ever bought cryptocurrencies?
Yes, I have. I have.
So did I. Obviously, always in the wrong time for me. And so, do you own like bitcoins or some famous cryptocurrency?
Yeah. Well, basically, I bought Bitcoin. I wanted to say a few Bitcoin, but that's not the case because
Not
then
anymore.
be happy.
Yeah, very happy.
Yeah, I tried Bitcoin and I tried some altcoins with different success.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's a little bit bittersweet for everybody. Like Bitcoin now is raising like crazy, and everybody's just afraid to buy because they're gonna say, yeah, it's gonna drop sooner or later, but it isn't so far. So every day I just wake up and I say, geez, why I didn't buy it yesterday? But
Yeah.
yeah. So we will invest in something better. But on big demand today, only for you, we're gonna count down the top 5 most expensive virtual currencies right now in the world, up to date as of yesterday, let's say. Okay, you wanna help me out with this one?
Go ahead.
Okay, I say the first one. Okay, at the 5th place, we are gonna have compound tokens, which is basically a decentralized blockchain-based protocol, pretty much like many others. But this one will allow you also to buy extra currencies outside the, the brand itself. So it's a kind of brand new cryptocurrency. What's at the first place?
On the first or on the fourth place?
4th, sorry.
Fourth. Okay.
I'm getting old.
Don't worry, don't worry. Fourth is, as I see on the list, I don't know myself, but it's Bitcoin Cash. So that's a spin-off of the Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean everybody that knows a little bit about cryptocurrency will know Bitcoin, or maybe think even it's more or less the same, which it is not.
A lot of people think that cryptocurrencies is Bitcoin,
Right.
but it's more the way around probably.
Yes. So, but I assume that with Bitcoin they already made some alternatives or created some alternative coins that are created to connected to Bitcoin. And yeah, one of them is Bitcoin Cash, and apparently it's pretty high
Yeah,
already.
it's very high ranked.
Because yeah,
And it has already
number four.
a short span life because it was just created 4 years ago.
Okay.
So it is definitely a potential good investment because if it comes out that it's gonna do the same path of its predecessor, that's gonna be a great investment. By the way, little disclaimer: we are not experts, financial experts. Something. Do not follow our advice. We just do this for fun. Okay. By the way, thank you everybody. Everybody's waving, joining the chat. Thank you very much to everyone on Instagram and YouTube. 3rd place, and I thought actually was higher. I thought it was actually the 2nd biggest cryptocurrency. Instead, it isn't. Ethereum. Ethereum is a quite popular virtual currency and was launched in 2015. And it is an open source blockchain based on light crypto. So in theory, the margin of loss should be a little bit smaller. But yeah, judging from the last year of this cryptocurrency, is nothing really different from the main other cryptocurrencies. Like it can really raise up very fast and drop down even faster. So it's up to you if you want to invest. It's up to you. What's the 2nd?
I see number 2, which I don't know myself, and so it's kind of surprising. The other ones I've heard of before. This one I haven't, but it's called Maker apparently. Yeah, I have never heard of it.
What happened is that in few years ago, when Ethereum was considered already a success, the people that developed Ethereum, they just decided to take separate parts, and one of them based on the same open source, because we said Ethereum is an open source blockchain based on the open source means that everybody can actually have the source code of the blockchain and modify it on his own decision. And they made basically Maker, which became right away very popular and to the point that now is on the second place. Is actually bigger than the original one. And of course, let's have a guess in Instagram. Who's gonna be? I'm sorry, we cannot get you on video right now because we are live. Sorry, Mama Naj, but thank you for joining another time. So, guys, what's the biggest cryptocurrency in the world? Let's see if somebody is reacting. They're just waving and having fun. So you tell.
Well, it's
Have
not
a
a
guess.
surprise. It's of
Da-da-da-da.
course Bitcoin,
Bitcoin.
the one and only.
The one and only Bitcoin. Think about it. It was founded in 2009, and exactly in 2011 broke the value of $1 per Bitcoin.
Okay.
So think about now is around $60,000.
$60,000, yeah, I broke a new record yesterday. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly.
And
Yeah, exactly.
More
Yesterday.
than 60,000
Yeah, broke the
dollars for one Bitcoin.
for one Bitcoin. And 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago, was worth it 60,000 times less.
So that's about, if you have, what is it, 17 Bitcoin, you are a millionaire.
Oh yeah, you're a big millionaire, like big times. Like let's say if back in time you were investing something like $1,000, now you have 60 million.
And you made it.
Yeah, you made
If
it.
you were there
So
at the beginning.
we do know that you did it back in time. You invest $50 back in time in Bitcoin, and now you're here living on a Caribbean island and having fun and doing this kind of podcast.
Yes.
Yes, you see, that's the life we want to live, everybody, right? So hi, Luisa Vilab. How are you? Let's see. No reaction. Okay. Now let's have some Q&A. We pick up few random, literally random question out of our social networks and excuse me, from people that contact us on the website mastertop5.com, where, by the way, you can now find on the same website our new poll, which is what is your favorite TV animated series. So we're gonna list in a couple of episodes your favorite, the top 5 best TV series, animated series, ranked by our audience, and in the process you can win an iPhone. So, you know, why not, right?
Definitely.
So, first question, Mark Hutton from Facebook. How does it feel to live on a tropical island? Well, we kind of already answered that. Say also, let's say something. Like everybody thinks it's a paradise. It is a paradise and there, but there are pros and cons.
Yes.
Okay, so
Don't think it's easy all the time. Sometimes it can be very hard.
really,
For example, you go to the beach and there's sand between your toes.
exactly
Take
that.
a shower, but
Yeah.
still,
Sometimes you get sunburned.
or your sunscreen has finished.
As finished as big problem, and you get this crate to get the sun right at the midday, and you don't know where to go to buy it. So there are a lot of cons. Like today to broadcast from here, we had to find some shadow, you know, like or else it's gonna be very hot. Yeah, so it's an hard life.
Are you sweating right now?
Somehow, because we are earning our salary, you know, like that's why. We are kidding, of course. Before somebody is gonna complain and thumbs down all this kind of stuff. We are just kidding. No cons, almost no cons. Now, to be honest, it is an island. So as a matter of fact, sometimes it feels a little bit confined on like you are geographically isolated from.
Yeah, before I lived in large cities, in big cities over the world, and the vibe you get from there is obviously a completely different vibe. But yeah, it's you have theaters there. You have many places to go out to see, culture-wise also. If you're looking for that, yeah, you will not find it. At least not in Curacao. It's sun, it's sea,
Yeah.
and it's
And I
beaches.
mean, and beaches, right? And unless you don't run on a weekly basis on some tourist, that you pretty much see always the same people. So if you like variety of cultures and people, it is nice in the beginning, but on the long run, I mean, as every little isolated place, you know, like so. Just that you know. Let's see. Next question, Jenny. Jenny from Instagram. Jenny, right? Yes. What did she say? What's your favorite season of the year? Well, it's easy. It's easy to say here.
Well, here there is no really
Exactly.
season, right? It's only
It's basically summertime all the year long. So, what do you think? If you were back in Holland, for example, what would be your favorite season?
I would say spring, probably.
I agree.
Yeah, it's you know, in where I come from, Holland, the summer is quite moist. So
We have a lot of people from Holland. Always, they always ask us question. We
Okay.
even did some top five Dutch related because people were asking too. So probably if you say exactly where you come from, they know it.
maybe, but let's say I went to high school in Nijmegen,
Okay.
and I came from a very small town nearby that city.
I've been living in Arnhem, so I wasn't that far off.
No,
Nice. So anyway, spring as well. Also because to be honest, in Holland, winter time is very cold, and I
you
really
basically don't see for almost 6 months a year. My experience in Holland, you go out when it's dark in the morning.
exactly. And you
come
get back, this is dark already.
So you don't really get to see
Daylight.
regular daylight for a lot of months, and that's can be a little bit
Yeah.
depressing,
It
right?
can make you a little bit moody also. So Barry from Memphis. Wow, Barry from Memphis. Is that Barry White?
Could be.
Okay, ask us our favorite 5 songs, which is not an easy thing
Ooh.
to list because it isn't easy to just isolate 5 songs. Therefore, I ask you first, what are your favorite 5 songs?
Yeah, you told me before.
Yeah, we prepared it a bit.
a
Let's
little
say,
bit,
yeah,
a little bit with the top 5. Yeah, it's so hard because with music it depends on your mood, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you listen a song a lot of times and then you don't want to ruin it, so you stop listening it for a while or you're sick of it. But anyway, the thing is, right? If I understand for you, is to do a top 5, so you have
Yeah,
to make
you had to isolate
hard
five
choices.
songs. Yeah, hard choice. You had you had some cut off
Yeah.
in between. Yeah.
So having said that, I thought about it, and also I want to, let's say, mention one of or the artist that I like most, and then it's also difficult to pick one song. But at number 5, I have a Metallica song. Metallica is one of my favorite bands. It's,
Mine too.
right? It's stronger music, but still, or not, maybe not.
A lot of
still.
variety throughout the time. If you listen to the first songs of Metallica, they are basically strong heavy metal, with a lot of soul, I think, even back in time, more than other bands. But and then they were able to recreate themselves somehow. That's what is nice from Metallica. That's at least for my opinion.
I agree. Still, for my top 5, I went for more or less an oldie, and more the harder stuff, and that's One. Very powerful.
Which is also a classic from
a
Metallica.
classic,
Yeah.
great solo by Kirk Hammett.
Yeah.
Yes, so that was number 5 for me.
Cool.
Want me to go on?
Go on.
Okay.
Because I don't have my number 5. That's why.
You don't have a... okay.
Well,
He's presenting this top 5 and he...
you see,
Isn't
but
even-
because my task here is to host.
Alright.
You know.
Okay. On number 4, I
Number 4.
had also again a great artist with many many good songs, but on number 4 is a Michael Jackson song, and wow, I mean there are so many good songs, but I choose the most classic one probably, which is Thriller.
Yeah. Which
Michael
is
Jackson
also
Thriller.
the best-selling song ever.
Still, yeah. Now, of course, you have it's a different measures
Yeah.
with downloading. At
Yeah.
that time, you
Yeah.
really still had
You
to
had to
buy,
buy,
right?
and there was,
You were saving your money to buy a new record.
of course, and back
things
in
like that.
time, you could get records on cassette. You remember, even before the CDs, it was
Absolutely.
like the vinyl and something like that. Was different. Was different, definitely.
Yes.
And there was a lot of piracy even back in time, because now it's easy to hit piracy because obviously it's all in digital format.
Right.
Back in time, you just need an hi-fi with a double cassette, and you could do your own copy. We
Yeah.
are not promoting piracy, of course.
Quality was sometimes.
Sometimes
you
lagging
know,
even because
you hear
all the background
back-
noise or
right.
something. But also because I remember when I was a kid that obviously I couldn't afford to go to buy every single song I wanted to buy, and so you make your own copy from a friend, but probably that was already a copy of a copy of a copy.
Yeah.
So every time the quality got worse and worse and worse.
And there was some trading going on. At least
Absolutely.
with me, you said, "Hey, I have this one."
Absolutely,
But,
yeah,
a lot
absolutely.
of cassettes.
I was buying those huge, this cassette with a lot of tape in, and I was just sneaking in 4 or 5 albums. I remember. Anyway,
That was. Do you have a number 4, or you just
No.
skipping this whole top 5?
I will give it. I will say my favorite songs in general afterwards,
All right. Okay.
which anyway match quite with your picks. So,
All right. Yeah, I know who your favorite band of all time is, and I
Which
think
is
it's in my
Raul
list.
Casadei.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one. So maybe not. I didn't know that. Okay, let me go to my number 3. Right.
Go to which is your favorite artist, by the
Yeah,
way?
it's my favorite artist. So it's not that I like one specific song from him, but it's I like his whole genre, and from his first CD to his last one, I think he's also a very strong live performer.
Absolutely.
And that person is Lenny Kravitz.
You.
And he's just, for me, he's mixes in all the music styles
Sure.
that I really like, and it's that's why he's my favorite. And as a song, I choose "Are You Gonna Go My Way?" Maybe his famous song
Yeah.
ever. I know he won some Grammys with that
Yeah.
song also back in the
Back
time.
in time. Yeah. But have you ever watched a live performance from him?
Yes, various times. He even came to Curacao.
Seriously? Oh yeah, at the North
Yeah.
Jazz Festival.
Yeah, as you know,
Yeah.
once in a year.
Yeah.
The last 1 or 2 years didn't go.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So this is a big promotion. If the organizer of the festival are live, reach us out
Yeah.
for the tickets on next year.
Right. No, but actually for such
true.
a small island,
It's an incredible event.
there were artists like, we had Usher, we had
Sting.
which was very good.
Yeah.
We had who else did you?
Was the
Diana
Commodores. No, yeah, well,
Earth, Wind and Fire,
Mana,
Mana, Carlos Santana,
Alicia Keys,
Alicia Keys,
Carlos
Skim,
Santana, Skin,
and Juan Luis Guerra comes a very
Lionel
much-
Richie.
Well,
So you name it.
and
We
a
got 'em
lot-
all.
And then there's 2 or 3 days with all these artists.
Yeah, and it's also very nice the vibe because every place here makes music and there is live streaming. It's very very nice.
Yeah.
Very very nice.
Yeah.
Number 2,
Number 2.
we get in the myth here.
Yes. Well, sometimes a song is just good, and you can try to be original by having a top 5, but you have to at the same time admit that some songs are just,
Staples.
and agree with the rest of the world that these are just exceptional songs. So number two, also a terrific band in every sense of the word,
Absolutely.
is Led Zeppelin, obviously, with the all-time song, the all-time great song, "Stairway to Heaven."
I agree, 100%.
There you go.
And let's say, what can be the number one song, which is also my number one song, and probably a good, the majority of the people, number one song.
Number one song is, I know it is Ivano's favorite band.
Yeah.
He even made some studies about it
Yes.
way back, right?
Yeah, yeah. I defend my thesis at the conservatory.
Maybe you
On
don't
that.
know, he's not all muscle
And bullshit.
toughness and bullshit,
And Bullock.
but he also has a very sensitive side, which he doesn't show that much, right?
Never. Just
Okay.
when I am on my own
All right.
and with my dog.
Well, yeah. It's
Is this the real life or is this just fantasy?
Scaramouche is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Of
by
course,
Queen.
Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, 1974, A Night at the Opera. Just for the record.
Right.
So, this was the very top 5 best songs ever for Mr. Michael. And let's go on a little bit. And we have Lucas from Budapest. Yeah. What classic movie you would have loved to play in? So, what kind of movie? What movie I would like to star in? That's a tough question. What if you were an actor?
Okay, if I were an actor, I would obviously want to play in some mafia, Quentin Tarantino kind of film and be a
Yeah.
mobster.
I was thinking of something like Pulp Fiction, like Vincent Vega part of Pulp Fiction.
Right.
That would be something nice, or the Reservoir Dogs, something like that.
Right.
I would have loved probably to play also the bad guy, the villain in the Shawshank Redemption.
You mean the warden?
Yeah,
Okay. he
yeah,
was a- he
yeah.
was
You know
a
that
bad
will,
guy.
yeah, it was a badass.
He took
That's my
yeah,
bread and
yeah.
butter. So that could be something nice, or maybe also some comedy, smart comedy here and there. No,
I don't think I would mind to be a counterpart of Jennifer Lopez in a movie. Would not. As an actor.
what's your favorite actress? Like look wise, like the one we won't get censored for the hottest one for you.
Wow. Okay, the one that comes in mind, but if she's the, I mean, there are so many. But what is the name of the girl who played in Molly's Game? Or there was this movie. She's a redhead and she plays the main part in Zero Dark 30.
What's her name?
Jessica. Is she?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember the name.
Speaking about Jessica
Jessica
Alba.
Alba,
Very pretty.
definitely. Very talented.
Very talented. What's her name? Anybody? You can.
Yeah,
you have an audience. What's
can somebody give us an hint on the name of the actress we were talking about? We got it here, like on the tip of the tongue.
She plays the main character in Zero Dark 30, where she is the woman who basically I don't know if she's CIA agent, but
CIA, yeah.
Okay, and she basically is the one who found out the hideout of Osama bin
Exactly.
Laden.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Jessica Chastain.
yeah, right. Yay! We got
Yeah,
it first.
Jessica was good also. So yeah.
So then, at this point, you got to list us another top 5. What is your top 5 favorite movies ever?
All right. Let's skip the part that it's really difficult and all because we know that.
Exactly.
Number 5, I have Russell Crowe starring in Gladiator.
Great. So that's a great Ridley Scott, right?
If you say so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's Ridley Scott.
Okay. All right.
And no, I agree. That was a modern, not the modern anymore, but modern colossal. And he aged very well. That movie. I
Right.
watched it recently,
It's
and
still,
can be easily a modern movie.
Right. Yeah.
Very well played.
Also, Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin
It's a
Phoenix.
Great role.
Yeah.
Great part.
Yeah. Definitely good. Number 4.
Number 4. I know the director of that one. And actually, we just mentioned the movie already.
Yeah.
It's also because it's one of my favorites. Jessica Chastain in a Catherine Bigelow movie, and I think it won Oscar
Yeah,
for Best
the
Movie.
Academy Award for Best Picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is Zero Dark 30,
Yeah.
and is about the capturing
Yeah,
of
of
Osama bin Laden.
Osama bin Laden.
Yes.
Exactly.
Great
Yeah.
movie.
Great, very great. And at the third place, I know it. You have like a sort of remake, historical remake of a movie, which probably one of the rare cases that the new one is way better than the original.
Okay. I had to put a Quentin Tarantino movie in my
Absolutely.
top 5, and I like almost all of them. Obviously there's Pulp Fiction, and various other great movies by Quentin Tarantino. I like
Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight,
It's very nice.
but I also like his. Was it the last one? Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I would put it for personal opinion more on the second tier of Tarantino's movie, like the one that you're gonna say now, and definitely Pulp Fiction, and or Kill Bill,
Kill Bill. Yeah.
where the Reservoir Dogs too, a great movie. I think if you think about it, back in time, that kind of cinema wasn't done.
Right.
Like it was very original.
Yeah, and it's still, he's still basically the best one in
Absolutely.
it. But, anyway, it's Django Unchained.
Django Unchained.
It's a great Quentin Tarantino
Great
movie.
cast too, like incredible. Chris Waltz,
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson, really.
even, Washington, Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington.
The girl?
Yeah. What's the name also of the main card?
The main character.
That's just the rapper.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, right?
We make it a trivia movie quiz at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's great. And there's don't forget Leonardo.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Maybe he deserved more the Academy Award for that movie than the one he won.
And
Perhaps.
yeah, and trivia also. I don't know if you heard it. Is the scene with when he crashes the skull when they're having dinner.
Was improvised.
No, I heard that he actually cut his hand at that time with breaking the skull or with the glass, and that because it looked so real, he just went on with the scene, and they took that scene.
He's a
something
great
like that.
actor, DiCaprio.
Is he a method actor?
I don't think so. He's not a metallic actor, but number 2.
Number 2, okay. Beautiful movie. It's set in India, and it's at the same time it's set in a game show setting, right? And it's Slumdog Millionaire.
Absolutely.
Dev Patel,
Dev Patel.
who plays in some very other great movies as well.
There is also a sort of biopic of Dev Patel. Is actually a documentary movie that he himself directed, where he basically tried to find the roots of his family name, Patel, which is very popular in India. And that's a very funny movie because at the end he doesn't understand the shit as well. Okay, I spoiled it, sorry. but it's a funny movie, so check it out. Yeah. And number 1, probably a lot of people doesn't expect that, but
Yeah, it's an old one, and you can see it in the movie that it's old, right? It's a setting, but the name is Amadeus. It's my
it's another biopic.
all-time movie. Yeah, it's great. It's about the life of Mozart, and his in the movie he had this sort of strange rivalry with the
Salieri.
composer Salieri, right? Uh, what I read about it later on is that it's not historically correct, that they were actually friends and that he
Exactly.
helped him out.
Yeah.
But the way they twisted that in the movie,
Yeah, they made it like they needed to have a villain. Like, it was not a
Right.
villain, but in the end, anyway, was the one who helped him to write the Requiem when he got sick.
yes, but
To
one of-
transcribe, let's say, written and write.
yeah, one of the reasons why I like the movie so much is that because he could not stand Mozart's talent, right? That he was such, and that he was given the power to recognize it, but couldn't create it himself. He kind of figured out a way
Yeah.
that he
It
did
pu-
create
it
it
pushed him to
by
death, basically.
yeah
to
by
social.
saying that you know by that he actually written the Requiem
Yeah.
and could make it. But again,
It's not historically
it's,
correct. Right. So this was the top 5 best movies for Mr. Michael from Curacao. So we have another. Oh, Martha from Bucharest. Hello, Romania. By the way, soon I'll be back. What's your favorite sport to play and to watch? Okay, I say first. I would say my favorite sport to play. I have no idea. I don't play any
You
sport.
don't like sports, do you? Fitness you cannot call a sport. I think.
Definitely to watch NBA basket and to play I will think about it. Meanwhile you answer because I know your favorite sport to play.
To play is the sports basically I do right now is tennis, but on the beach.
Right.
So it's beach tennis and it's great.
You are also a
especially-
competitive level, right?
I try to be.
No, come on. You went also abroad to do competitions and
You have
stuff.
some tournaments.
Are you
and
ranked?
stuff. I do have a ranking, but it's somewhere because I only play one tournament.
Yeah.
So with ranking points, I don't know. It's like 800 or something.
Still. It's better being
It's a small sport.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. It's a niche sport. I like it to watch, to be honest. I don't like it to play, but I like it to watch. So
For me to watch,
yeah, what's your favorite sport?
it's football, not American football, but
Soccer.
soccer, and tennis. That is, I like to watch.
Sometimes if the tennis match is very nice, I love to watch tennis. But sometimes, to me, can come out a bit boring. Depends who's watching. My point is, I like very passionate and quick sports, to watch. Like that's why I like basketball because they are quick and every moment happens something.
Okay.
Soccer instead, what I do, I like to watch the highlights of a soccer match, but the whole match can be, to my eyes, of course, very boring. So, do you like baseball? For all the Americans here,
To be honest, it's not my cup of tea. I like many sports, but
Cricket?
I hardly watch
for
it.
the people from India and UK,
Right. It's not my favorite.
yeah, there are sports very popular in certain countries, but then they don't have a lot of following abroad. I guess this kind of sports.
Right.
So we were talking about Corona. We have to say here the situation is pretty good. Again, Rishan. Okay, that's I guess is from India. I'm sorry, we cannot broadcast you live, but thanks for checking in. And India. Speaking of India, by the way, the Corona situation, the numbers are getting higher and higher every single day. Of course, the pandemic situation is a big problem worldwide, and but there are countries that are in a worse situation than other. What's sorry?
What state are you in? It
Okay,
says.
you can answer right
Well,
now.
If I see the word state, I'm thinking of the United States, as
Yeah.
if we are in America, but
Yeah.
we are not.
We are not. We are in the Caribbean right now. We are broadcasting from the island of Curacao. What's happening? It's happening a live streaming, and we are just gonna count down the top 5, unfortunately, countries for reported cases of coronavirus. Okay, so we have again. These are the numbers right from the get-go, from the beginning. Of course, the ranking changes if you consider the percentage of people compared with the population, and if you see also the trend is going to be different. We will explain meanwhile. So the fifth country with the majority cases of reported cases of corona is UK, which is in lockdown right now. Hello, Mister. With so far 4,250,000 cases. Number 4.
Yeah, in the UK, in Europe, I do think they are ahead. They're going fast with the vaccinations, right?
A bit faster, yes.
I think it's like already 30% or something.
Yeah, all the old people are vaccinated. All the police forces, all the people that are working in hospitals, and this kind of stuff.
Right. Number 4 is Russia with 4,330,000 cases, reported cases.
At the third place, that's why we came up with this top 5, is India with 11,333,000. Although, because India is, let's say, overpopulated, is very populated, has a very low percentage of cases per million inhabitants. Number 2, and unfortunately these numbers are going up every single day in this country.
It's Brazil with almost a little bit more cases than India, 11,363,000 I see here.
So think about that. In the beginning of the year was the half, so they are really raising up, unfortunately.
The trend is not really positive, is it? There?
No, absolutely. It's probably the worst country right now for the trend. And at the top 5, unfortunately, is USA with almost 30 million cases. But at least lately is kind of going better. The trend is going better. It's not as steep as before.
Since Joe Biden took office, it's more or less.
Exactly. It's all about the president. No, just kidding. Of course. So let's hope these numbers soon will ease out. And we cover a lot of stuff. Wow, how many minutes? Already more than half an hour. I think that this is a wrap for today.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies always for having fun. Hey guys, thank you everybody on Instagram. Thanks, because today we had an incredible amount of people following us. Thanks to YouTube. Thanks to Channel 5 for featuring us. And what to say? From Mr. Michael.
On Curacao, what do we say when we say bye?
Ayo.
Ayo. Greetings from Curacao.
Greetings from Curacao, and in behalf of Master Top 5 show, MasterTop5.com, I wish you all the best, and I see you for the next Top 5. Yup.